Well, hello, YouTube. It's Troy from FLX. It's 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, and time for us to do our live uh, broadcast that we do every other week. Going to start with a little bit of an update on where we are worldwide shipping and a few other things, and then of course we'll make some time for your questions. And we're scheduled for an hour, and we'll see how long it takes. If we can get through everybody's stuff sooner, we will. If not, but we're scheduled for an hour, so we're here to answer as many of your questions as we possibly can. So let's start with the big news. And the big news, I know everyone hopefully saw the video that Rob had made from Detroit with the Baby Maker 2. So the Baby Maker 2 is in production. That has started. They've produced quite a few bikes. We're anticipating that we will start shipping on the week of the 4th of April. So here we had a little bit of a hiccup, and I want to go through this with you so you guys are aware of what took place. We're building bikes. We had reviewed the pre-production or production samples of the cartons that the bike goes in. If you've seen it, the Baby Maker goes in a double wall carton. It goes in a box inside of a box for maximum protection. And the production samples that we got were not up to standard. And we had an issue like this when we first started shipping bikes from China early on with the Baby Makers. We had some issues with the cartons. They really weren't very good, or weren't as good as we would hope they would be. And we went back and we re-engineered the carton, and we got a better box. And we didn't have a lot of problems early on, but we had enough that it caused us concern. And once we redid the carton, the problem fell way off. So unfortunately, history tends to repeat itself. The bikes are going together well, but the cartons were just not acceptable. And the issue is, even though the other ones are coming from China, these are coming from Detroit, really most of the jostling and handling is kind of that last mile from distribution to your doorstep, and where the rough handling takes place. When it's in a container, it's not a big deal. But once these are built in Detroit, we need to put them into a high quality carton to assure that they arrive without damage. For multiple reasons. One, the huge disappointment you'll have if you get a bike that is damaged, and of course just the issues it causes for us. So we wanted to avoid that. We've gone back to the manufacturer. We need a better carton. Are going through that whole process. They're supposed to be delivering those, and we will ideally or theoretically we'll start shipping the week of April 4th. So that the April 4th is a Monday. Sometime in that week, the first units should start going out. So that's the good news. US and Canada, Baby Maker 2s are in production, and they're starting to roll. Also North America. So I've talked about this last time, touring packages and chargers. We've pretty much shipped everything. There might be a few stragglers. If you haven't gotten your touring package, if you haven't gotten your charger, let us know. Now, we have a few people that we're still working out some swaps and some things like that on, or have upgraded to Baby Maker 2. We will send out your touring package and your charger when we ship out your bike. We're not going to ship those out and then you have them sitting in the corner gathering dust waiting for your Baby Maker. So to our knowledge, everyone that has a bike and ordered a charger or ordered a touring package now has that. So the only thing that you might be waiting on is the batteries. And the good news is the batteries, the container that has the extra batteries has arrived at port. So that is in. And once they get those unloaded at FedEx, we'll bring those down, we'll palletize those up, bring those down, and then we will fulfill those from San Diego. The batteries, the packaging is really critical on those, and we want to make sure that they're, the packaging is perfect. We don't want a problem in shipment with the batteries. They're expensive and they're heavy, and they can be damaged. We want to make sure that does not happen. Also, US. We have another container, C27, which you talked about before, the Jin Beijing. This is step-throughs, blades, and F5 touring bikes. That is basically awaiting berth at LA Long Beach. It's off the coast, and it's just waiting for a berth. We'll start unloading that. C28 and C29 I mentioned already. That is the container those are the containers that contain the batteries, among others. One of them is at FedEx. We're waiting for the other one to be moved to FedEx, but both of those are at port and have moved through and have cleared customs. So in those, we have a ton of the Gladiator 2. So if you're in North America and you ordered a Gladiator 2, or if you're considering ordering a Gladiator 2, we have a bunch of Gladiator 2s. Great bike. I did a video. I don't know if we posted it yet. I did my commute, same one I did on the trail on the Gladiator. Fantastic ride. A ton of trails, and again, the batteries are showing up. We have a new container on the board. Container 30 is loading in China currently. That is the MSC Aleni. That is more of the step-through 2s and more F5 touring, including the blue one, which is what I have. I think it's the best looking. But then again, why would I pick one that I didn't think was the best looking? So the blue F5 touring are on C30. That is, again, that's loading in China. Anticipate that arriving sometime around mid-April is what we're looking at right now. Okay, let's move on. And I'm going to pick up your guys' questions. I see some that are rolling in here. And then once I get through this kind of worldwide update, we'll start rolling through those. So EU and UK. So everything, we still have bikes that were prior to production build 15, SP15. We've sent out all those that we have VAT paid on. We're short a couple of those. We're going to make those up, but we're going to send out a last chance letter on those next week. We've had some of those bikes sitting for almost a year without VAT paid. We're going to send out a last chance letter. If the VAT doesn't get paid, we're going to reallocate those bikes and make them available to other riders. So if you have not paid your VAT, and if you don't think you've heard from us, again, a lot of times our emails wind up in the spam folders. We've sent out multiple VAT letters. We're going to send out kind of a last chance on this to let you know if you haven't paid your VAT, we're going to be moving on and reallocating those bikes. SP15. So SP15 was allocated between the UK and the EU. The EU bikes were moved over to fulfillment, and most of those have been shipped with the exception of a few where VAT wasn't paid. There was a bunch, I think roughly maybe 30 of them that were bound for Switzerland. So those are all shipping because they're non-EU. We don't collect VAT on those. That's done locally. But other than that, there's a few bikes on SP15 that we're still awaiting VAT on, but most of those have been paid. The UK bikes, so those have not been moved over to the UK. I know some people have put in tickets and said, I haven't heard anything. I haven't gotten a VAT letter, or I need a VAT letter. The VAT letters for SP15 for the UK have not gone out because the bikes are still sitting in Spain. We've had an issue with import clearance with Brexit and some of the ongoing changes. Before we moved the bikes over, it really wasn't an issue. Now we kind of have to clear customs again, and we're into an issue with the import clearance on the bikes because, well, we're trying to make sure we don't get hit with anti-dumping. These bikes are assembled in Spain, and but we just need to make sure that we don't get hit with an anti-dumping and have to pay all that. So we're going back and forth on the import clearance. So as soon as we get those moved over, or actually once they I have the import clearance and they're on their way to UK, you will get your VAT letter, and SP15 bikes for the UK will be rolling. So the good news, in the last 2 weeks, we've had this ongoing saga with touring kits and chargers, getting FedEx set up in the UK and getting a 3PL set up in the EU. Those are both done. That's the good news. The EU touring kits will start shipping next week. We've already shipped out for chargers. We've shipped out 29 chargers to Switzerland and another 25 chargers within the EU. In the UK, we've shipped out 220 touring kits in the UK and 108 chargers in the UK. So things are moving. Finally, we got it all set up, everything working, all the last hiccups, and we're finally getting all that stuff done. I know the last question everybody has is about the batteries. The batteries are still in China. We are trying to kind of co-pack those with another load coming out of our China supplier, going to our Spanish contract manufacturer. So that's the one that's kind of hanging out there, and I don't have an update on that. I've asked for one, and I still need to get one out of our partner in China. But again, good news is touring kits and chargers. You guys can get some fenders on your bikes, not be throwing mud and rain and slush and all that stuff on you while you're riding, because I know that's pretty important right now. If you're, well, unfortunately not in San Diego where the sun is shining, it's about 80 degrees out today. Okay. Last thing is Australia, New Zealand. We're going to send out follow-up emails the end of this week. And then in about 2 weeks, we're going to begin to offer the unclaimed bikes, touring packages, and the rest of that to other people. We've kind of waited long enough on this, and if you haven't paid your GST in Australia or New Zealand, we're going to go, and like I said, we'll send out an email this week, and probably in about 2 weeks we'll start offering those up to existing customers. We'll send out an email, let them know what we have. It'll be kind of on a first come, first serve basis. I know some people have already reached out and said, hey, if this stuff isn't claimed by people, can I get in line? And the answer is certainly yes. So that's kind of our worldwide update to kick things off. I don't know. I didn't start off by introducing my guest here, the Baby Maker 2. It was with me last time. I positioned a little bit better so you can see it. So nice bike. Okay, let's go through, and it looks like we've rolled through a few questions here. Camillus, oh, there we go. Let me share this. Troy, still need to pay my UK VAT. We've had a bad year with 2 deaths in the family. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. It's been, with COVID and the rest of it, it's been a tough time for a lot of folks. Things have been difficult in terms of sorting out properties, inheritance, etc. I emailed support recently and got a ticket number, but no reply yet. Invoice 7611. Okay. So what we'll do is I can't look them up here, but what I do is I normally record these, or actually Alyssa listens in and she records these, and then I go back and we clear these. I think it took till the following Monday before we got back to everybody. Our apologies. We try and get back to you guys by the end of the week on these and get you an answer. We'll take a look at that. I'll hit up rider support, and we'll see what, I don't know what exactly, and I don't want you to divulge all your family stuff here. That's just, we don't want to do that. We'll work with you. So we'll do what we can. I'll get with support. I'll look up this ticket and we'll figure out what's going on. Emerald Citizen, hi Troy, glad to see you're feeling better. That's right. I had a cold last time. I am feeling much better. The only bad part about that is I got better, and about the right incubation period for a cold, my sweetheart is feeling worse. So she actually got it. So I'm feeling better. She's feeling worse. If she's watching, sweetheart, I love you. Sorry about getting you sick. It's not COVID. It's just a garden variety cold. You guys all remember those. That was, one of those other diseases we had before. So yes, thank you. Thank you for the good wishes. Thank you. Patrick Landry, for those like me who were told they weren't getting the bike and they were asked to select an alternate model, when do we know what model we are going to get finally? You know what? Thank you very much, Patrick. I'm glad you asked that question, because I skipped a line on my update. There's a line here that says swaps right here, and I rolled right over it. My apologies for that. So we're going to begin processing the swaps next week. So we will get back to you and uh, let you know what your bike is going to be. We have them. We've been accumulating them, and again, first come, first serve. The people who responded first kind of get first crack at this, and we will be processing that next week. Thank you for asking your question, because again, I forgot to answer it. Let's see, and we scroll. Let's see. Yes. So next week we should be back to you and let you know. Again, do appreciate your patience. Andrew Pullen, when Baby Maker 2, when is Baby Maker 2 in the US? So the plan currently, that's where I started, was that Baby Maker 2 production, it has started. We believe we'll start shipping the week of April 4th. We had a little carton issue. I discussed that. We want to make sure the bikes arrive to you unblemished, and that's when that should begin. Now, depending on what model you ordered and color and that type of thing, we build these in batches. So not knowing your specifics and but that's when we will start is the week of April 4th. And then they're ramping up very nicely in terms of their production. I'm in regular communication with them, looking at the production numbers. They have a lot of bikes built. Now we need to get them into cartons and get them out to you folks. Will Darger, I received 4 tickets from you, but none of those were answered. Okay. I'm not sure what, okay. I assume these are support tickets. Let me write your name down and we'll follow up. I think you had asked a question before. I don't always remember all the names. It's we've dealt with thousands and thousands of names. Some of them are more familiar than others, but we'll go back and take a look. If you want to throw an order number on here someplace, that'll kind of save us some time in looking it up name wise. Hector Puig, glad to hear the Baby Maker 2 will start shipping first week of April. I ordered a black one, so I expect to see mine by the end of April. I don't know what size you ordered. I don't know where you are in the queue. Possible. I'm not exactly sure. We've got a lot of bikes built. They will be moving out. They have to be to go into a carton, and putting them into a carton does take a little bit of time. We want to make sure they're properly packaged and padded and all that stuff, so there's no damage to the bike. Carl Parrish, got a notification earlier today saying my package was shipped. I assume that was my Baby Maker 2, but based on this, I'm thinking likely either my touring kit or my bags, which I really was going to ask if it would ship with my bike. Carl, I don't know. The plan is that we are going to hold the touring package and chargers and other accessories until the bike actually ships. So if you ordered a Baby Maker 2 and a charger and a touring package, that we would ship out those once we knew the bike was shipping. We didn't want the stuff sitting in a corner of your house, and especially if you got like kids in the house and they like to take things apart, and then you can't find any screws to put it together. It's like Christmas morning. So I'm not sure what your notification was. If you want to drop your order number on here, we'll record it, and we'll do a little bit of follow up. Ray Bueno, I got my Baby Maker May 21. I remember your name. Yes. Let's see. And I just passed my first 1,000 miles last week. I'm 57, just a recreational rider, not a daily commuter, and now is the best physical shape of my life. Thank you, FLX. That's fantastic. You made my day. You really, truly did. I don't know what else to say. That's absolutely fantastic, Renee. I remember you were asking about your bike way back when. We got it to you. I'm glad you're getting some miles in it. So let's see, May of 21. So you've had it about 10 months, 1,000 miles, 100 miles a month. That's 25 miles a week. You're getting out and getting after a little bit. Good for you. That's absolutely fun. And I don't know what the weather is like, if you have to shut it down for winter or anything like that, but that's fantastic. It really is. And that's, we talk about this thing where people say, "Oh, e-bikes are cheating." Well, okay, if it's a cheat, it's been a great cheat for Ray, because Ray's gone out and he's gotten in great shape riding his e-bike, the pedal assist and all that stuff. It's fantastic. Like I said, I won't beat it to death. Well, I probably already have, but you made my day. Us older gentlemen have to stick together a little bit and encouraging each other to stay in shape. A lot of people counting on us. Okay. Wilco Darter. Okay, another one. Most importantly, I received a false shipping notification. Reorder 13 VAT was paid on earlier live. You told me this was on SP15. Okay, so thank you for bringing that up. We had a little issue where some people got wrong. They got wrong tracking sent to them, and I have a funny feeling you are probably in the UK, would be my guess. So either in the UK or EU. We'll look that up. If your VAT was paid, we'll get your bike shipped to you. But we did have some. I'm working with. It's an Indiegogo order also. I'm working with Indiegogo to get that straightened out and get you guys proper tracking numbers. So yes, thank you for raising that issue. I meant to bring that up before. Kevin. Hi, Troy. Greetings from Germany. I got order 12245 and in the desired kiwi green just last week. Took it with the missus and her tangerine orange on the first ride. Oh, yes. You were asking about your bike, I think, a couple weeks ago. I think we just shipped this one out to you. So I hope it was great. So green and orange. So you guys stand out. That's for darn sure. Fantastic. I mean, it's time you can spend with your significant other is significant time, isn't it? So it's important. That's fantastic. Please, I'll take this moment right now. Please go post stuff on social media of your bike and where you live, not your street address. We're not weird, but some of the local areas, because you don't think about it. I mean, I live in San Diego. And to me, it's like, well, I see this stuff every day, but we have Coronado Bridge and all these things that the rest of the world is really interested in. And, oh, that's neat. Same thing. Where you live is exotic to somebody who doesn't live there, and it's just part of the community is sharing that stuff. Put it on the and I encourage everyone to join the Facebook Baby Maker Owners Group, but post it, hashtag, baby makers on Instagram or FLX baby maker. We love to see that stuff. We pick out a lot of that stuff and we repost it. I don't know if we're still doing the Rider of the Week thing or not, but we need to pick that one back up if we're not. But we post Riders of the Week in the past, and it's fantastic. I mean, it keeps everybody here going. So I'm happy we got your bike. Thank you for your patience. I know you had posted on multiple of these. Where's my bike? We finally got it for you, and happy you and your wife, right, are enjoying it. Yes, the missus. Okay. Jim left. Thank you for the explanation and managing my expectations on when shipping is expected to start. You're making the right call. I'd much rather wait a couple more weeks and receive my Baby Maker 2 intact. Absolutely. Get things right the first time, right? I mean, there's nothing worse than getting something and you open it and it's broken, or you're told you're getting it and it doesn't show up. So you know what? Up front, we're going to get these boxes right. And we're going to get them into the boxes, and that raises the odds, significantly, that your bike is not going to show up damaged. Like I said, we had this problem very early on. I mean, it wasn't like 100% or 50% of the bikes were damaged, but it was a percentage such that it caused us concern. We went back and re-engineered the original bikes from China. We didn't want to repeat that problem. I mean, good grief, we need to learn from our mistakes, right? Okay, Robert Boudreau. Will the white Baby Maker 2 ordered on 2/22/22 ship out in April? Oh, first day. Um, I don't know. It depends on which size you ordered. I think they've been communicating. I think the 19s are delayed because of the just availability of the frame, but they are obviously they're all coming. So I can't tell you on your specific order. We'll get you guys an update on that, but I don't know if it's a 23. I think those were in the first build. I don't have the build plan sitting in front of me right now, and I would have to go back and look at what the build plan is and how many of each have been ordered to kind of predict that. This isn't quite the format for that, but I think we'll have an update for you. Let's see. The fourth is so we'll be back here in 2 weeks, which I think will be the 6th of April. So we should have started shipping or have a more of an update then. But should be able to. Maybe we'll do some attempt to do some forecasting on when we think things will ship and be able to give you a better answer then. Kevin, want to say thanks for the great bike. Long wait for it, June 2020. Yeah, and it seems to be worth it. Well, hopefully we'll convert that seems to be definitely. Thanks to all the team, and a special shout out to Ryan, who is very courteous and helpful. Ryan is a great guy. He is. I mean, all the team is really focused on customer service, but Ryan's been, since he's joined us, has really kind of gone the extra mile. Very very happy with the support he's given, and I'm glad he kind of managed expectations appropriately. And I said, post some pictures. We want to see your surroundings there. Ray went, oh, my friend ordered her Tangerine Baby Maker 2 on launch day. I heard the black and whites will ship first. Any ETA when the Tangerines will be in production? She lives in Washington State. Yeah, I'm so, Ray, I'm my apologies. I don't have the build plan in front of me. The Tangerines and the I think the Sterlings are coming a little bit later. The initial builds are black and white. I again, I don't have the build plan in front of me to tell you exactly when that's going to be. My apologies. Hi, Troy. We were told last week that there were 30 odd bikes being made and other codes will be allocated. Now its bikes are coming from China. Told we were last week that there were 30 odd bikes being made and then other colors will be allocated. Now its bikes are coming from China. Please clarify. I'm not sure. So Mark, we are going to be building some more bikes. I've been talking with our partner in Spain. We do have some shortages on those. We have I mean, it's like a brake handle here and things like that. So there's a bunch of odds and ends that we're actually moving over from China to build those bikes. So the bikes, it's not bikes coming from China, it's parts. We've got some intermittent shortages. When you come down to the end of a build like this, uh, what's happened is we've replaced parts for warranty things and little things that have happened. We had some people in Europe who crashed their bikes and needed parts, and um, we had a couple parts shortages. So they're putting that together, and they're going to get those parts moved over from China. Those will not be like on a container or anything like that. So you're not talking about sea shipping time and things like that. Those will move much quicker. I think I've answered your question. Hopefully so. Kevin Hausar, sorry, meant to write, hi, Troy. uh, Late in Germany, and it was a long day. Well, then get your rest. The good news is, when you wake up tomorrow, you're only a couple days away from the weekend, and you and your sweetie can get out on your bikes and ride some more. Okay. Uh, Looks like, okay, this is the same question posted twice from Mark. Carl Pish, I'm moving around May 1st. If my baby maker is shipping April 4th, should I expect that I'll get it before my move? Yeah, well, I don't know where you live, but FedEx throughout North America is typically not more than about a week. As long as if you're in Canada, it can take a little bit longer to clear customs, but usually that's about the time frame. What I would do is, as you get a little bit closer, if you know well, to your move, if you don't have the bike, within a couple of weeks of when you're going to move, then you probably want to update your address and let us know. Call support. We'll update that. We'll get it shipped to the right address. John Weedman. Hold on, I need to wet my whistle a little bit here. John Weedman, will there be standalone Baby Maker 2 racks and fenders for sale, or do you have to buy the touring package? I don't have a need for all the touring package items. The answer to that is yes. The accessories for the Baby Maker fit the Baby Maker 2. So the rack fits, the fenders fit. Of course, things like the phone holder, which I keep saying I'm going to bring in, and I keep forgetting to bring it to show you guys. Yeah, all that will fit. Those should be on, if you go to our website, those should be on there for sale. But yes, you can buy a standalone rack and you can buy standalone fenders for your Baby Maker 2. Facebook user. Are the Baby Maker 2s on schedule? Will the black Baby Maker 2s begin shipping in April? So the schedule we discussed, the plan is that we'll start shipping the week of April 4th. Will the black Baby Maker 2s begin shipping in April? I would say yes. I don't know why they would not. The white and the black are the first ones to be built. So yes. Will all of them ship? I don't know. I haven't looked at what the exact order numbers are. We have a build rate, and I don't know where your order is, but yes, the Baby Maker 2 Black will start shipping in April. Emerald Citizen. Is there a chance to buy an unvat paid bike? Would love chance to get another one, especially blue raspberry bike as her paid for my VAT on touring kit update from FedEx since original notice. I think you're saying no update. Yeah, I know for a fact. I think I know, Seamus, I know you got your touring kit tracking, because I actually I saw your order. It was kind of standing off on its own on VAT when I processed a bunch, and then yours came in later. I actually processed that one by hand. I'll take a look. The blue raspberry might be a problem. The blue raspberry uppers, again, depends on the size too, but the blue raspberry uppers, I think, are one of the ones that we've run out of. I think we have some blue raspberry droppers, but the answer is, yeah, we're going to put out a last chance on that, and then we're going to have to we're going to offer those bikes up to other folks. So stay tuned on that one. That's probably, so we're going to put that letter out. Yeah, that's going to be next week. So probably a couple weeks after that. So next time we do this, assuming I'm still here in 2 weeks doing this, I'll still be here with the company in 2 weeks. Whether I'm doing the live or not, that'll be another thing. But yeah, we should be able to give you a little update on that at that time. Okay. Joe S. Prodigy, is shipping to Hawaii in the same time frame, beginning of April, as the rest of the U.S.? So we had posted something. I believe we posted something up. So the Hawaii is a little bit trickier because we have to consolidate orders. So I haven't looked at how many Hawaii orders we have, but it's going to be the same way as we did it from here in San Diego when we're shipping out of Gardena. We're going to take and consolidate orders, probably 4 bikes minimum, and then we attach them to a pallet, and then they have to be trucked. We can't fly them, so they have to be trucked from Detroit to the West Coast. Then they have to be put on a they have to go to sea, and LCL type of shipment to Hawaii, and then once they get to Hawaii, FedEx Freight in Hawaii, they break the order and they provide it to Express, and then they do local delivery. So that is a longer process. We're estimating that that's probably going to add 6 to 10 weeks to the shipping process. I thought that was put on the website. I know that I actually authored the verbiage for it, so I assumed it was posted. But that's what you're looking at. Hawaii is a well, you live there. It's a tougher situation because we can't fly the bikes, and so that's where we're at with that. Danny Griffiths. Hi, Troy. Will I receive a tracking number for the charger and touring kit in the EU? Yes, you should. Our 3PL partner is supposed to be emailing that information to you. So, touring kits will start shipping next week. The chargers, I've already provided them label files. Now, they have not provided me tracking back yet. So, I don't know that they actually moved those onto the carrier or not, but I don't have tracking. I asked for them for that today. I provided them their first label set last week, and I think it was on Friday. So I'm still waiting. Yeah, 311. So at first we did a sample of like 6 just to see how they would handle it. They didn't seem to have any problem with the data file. So then we provided them another 20, whatever it was, plus the separate file for the Swiss chargers. I am waiting for tracking numbers. So you may not have a tracking number because I don't have a tracking number, but yes, you will be provided tracking numbers for those. Carl Parrish, hold on, let me scroll up here a little bit. I have a question regarding my warranty on the order. It says it's for a Baby Maker Pro. I asked, is easy to transfer it to my Baby Maker BM2 or to refund it so I could get the Baby Maker 2 instead? I think, okay, I'm going to have to plead a little bit of ignorance, so I'll riff on this a little bit. I thought they were the same. I don't know why they wouldn't carry forward, but anything you had on your old order should carry forward to your new order. I'm assuming you had a website order, not an Indiegogo order, and now you have a new order number with a a warranty on it. If you want to post up your order numbers here, we'll take a look at that. Trevnod. Hi, Troy. Are you able to divulge how far back you started planning the Baby Maker 2? I ask because I hear I can't get it in the UK. And can I ask why you won't ship outside North America? Yes. So the Baby Maker 2, I mean, if you're asking when we started the plan for the building of the Baby Maker 2, it was probably a year and a half ago, something like that. I don't remember exactly something like that. Here I can't get, no, so you can't get the Baby Maker 2 in the UK. For multiple reasons, we determined we were only going to build the Baby Maker 2 in North America, mainly just because the logistics of the situation were just too complicated. So we can't ship it outside North America because the only way to get it to you is to fly it, which we can't do. Otherwise, we would have to strap it to a pallet and it would go LCL, and the amount of space it would take up in the container, you'd be paying for it twice, quite honestly. So it just economically, it just doesn't make sense. Make Stockbrink. Oh, I remember this name. Hey, my Baby Maker has arrived. My first ride will have to wait because I lay in bed with a broken leg. Let's see. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It really does. I, I that sucks. That's the worst because now you got your bike sitting there and you can't ride it with a broken leg. So the good news is it does since this is an e-bike. When you start rehabbing, The baby maker can be a big part of your rehab because you don't have to pedal quite as hard. Put it on, pedal assist 5, so you can just push a little bit and make it part of your healing process. That would be my recommendation. If you remember, Rob broke his leg last summer, and pretty bad. I mean, really bad break. I mean, compound fracture type of thing. And he's back to normal. Well, he's back to his normal. I don't know if I'd call him back to normal, but he's back to his normal. So, we do heal. So take care of yourself. Like I said, maybe you can make your baby maker part of your healing process, and document it. Put it on social media. Keep us informed. We like to see this kind of stuff. Pete, hey Troy, thanks for keeping us in the loop. I don't know anyone else that is as good at this as you guys are. I ordered a 23-inch silver BM2 and it said summer. Any idea what part of summer? Um, I don't. The Sterlings, the silver are a little bit later in the build. I can't tell you exactly. Again, I guess next time I'll do my homework a little better and I'll try and have a better idea. Again, once we start shipping, this will get a little clearer. So understand, on a production startup like this, we don't just start building, 50 bikes a day type of thing. What you do, and I've been in manufacturing a long time. I hate to admit it, almost 40 years into my career now. When you start in manufacturing this type of assembly, you go out and you have like your supervisors, and they build bikes, and they get the process down so that they don't develop obviously the bike's been designed, but they get the assembly process really down and refined, and then they start training people. And we just don't like throw a bunch of people and say, here's bike parts, build them, because you're going to get a mess. So that's the whole concept of how a production ramp works. We get out there, you get the supervisors out there, they train some people. Some people, unfortunately, don't work out and they have to get other people. Again, I've been in manufacturing a long, long time, and some people just don't, for multiple reasons. They either don't have the dexterity, they don't have the attention span, they just don't want to do it, type of thing. And you have to get a good team in place, and that takes time. So as you ramp from a few supervisors to training leads and then training regular production people to do this, it goes slowly. Now they're still building speed. They're not at production. They're not at full rate yet. And that's a good thing. You want them to take their time, get up to full rate, at a slowly, at a reasonable pace. You don't want anything that's been hurried, because that's when all the little flaws come out. And it's that, maybe you won't see it right away, but it's that screw that isn't properly tightened that you find out the hard way 4 months from now wasn't properly installed, type of thing. So we'll have an update. I'm looking at the numbers. They are building at a decent rate, and that rate is going up, and will continue to go up. So bear with us as we get farther in. I don't want to sit there and break your heart and say August when maybe it's going to be in June, or tell you it's going to be May and it shows up in September. That would be awful. So give us a little time. We're building speed on this thing. We're going through a production ramp. It does take a little bit. Let's see. Emerald Citizen. I think I already answered that one. Blue Raspberry for your yeah. Okay. Gert Lesueur, Gert, if I didn't do your name right, I'm sorry. Hi Troy, I'm in the Netherlands and still waiting for a spare battery order June 21. When will it be shipped? So we talked about that. The batteries are still coming from China, and those will be coming, and they'll be consolidated with another shipment coming from China to our Spanish partner. And I don't have the update on those. There should have been on the water by now, I was hoping, but I will have an update for you. Probably 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks, I should have one. You should be okay. You're going to get your battery. Don't worry about that. But you should be okay with the battery you have right now, because you just haven't had your bike that long. But again, 2 weeks, I'll have a better update for you on that one. Really have been focusing on trying to get these chargers and touring kits out to you folks. Let's see, Wilco. Okay, wait, you had a previous one. Touring packages for orders 12,352 and 12,613. I received a VAT invoice, which I guess is for these, but the invoice refers to charger. Um, did you order a charger? Okay, I'm concerned. We do these we kind of do these mass mails on these things, and we merge those together. I hope that's not right wrong. So the way to tell is, well, one, you know your VAT rate for your country, and the retail price on the charger is $69 US, and the touring kit is $199 US. So if you're getting something that says, 39 euros or something in that range, that would be a touring package. If it's like 15 euros, and again, I'm wagging these numbers, then it is definitely a charger. So it's we know how to sort these out. So if you pay it, you're going to be okay. If it is a touring package, you're not going to get sent a charger, because if you didn't buy a charger, it's not on the list. You're not on that list with that order number. So you should be okay there. And I'll go back and take a look. Maybe we had a problem with our mail merge in terms of the description of the actual item, whether it was a charger or touring package. And thank you. Let's see. They're 12,352. I'll take a look at those. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I do appreciate it. And he followed up. These guys are efficient. I did not order any charger. I emailed immediately, but did not receive any clarification. Also, I notified you. I did not receive any address confirmation email. Oh, huh. Oh, so yes, that's on the address confirms. What happens is, if you use the same email address for those, you get one. The way that emailing package works, you can't send multiple emails to the same uh, email address. So basically, that covered both of those. You've got kind of an unusual situation there. So yeah, that covered both of them. Hopefully, your address is correct. If it's not, please put in a ticket and let us know. Or obviously don't put your address on here, because you want to maintain your privacy. Okay. I'm sorry. I read this without showing everybody this. So yeah, that's the situation there. Okay, Mark Wynn. Order number 12,522. Hi, Troy. Last UK bikes we were told. Okay, that's repeating. I don't know if yeah. So the last UK bikes, again, we're waiting for some parts. We have most of the stuff we need to build the bikes. They're just putting those parts together, and we need to move those from China. Again, won't be by sea shipment. Won't be that type of time frame. Uh, Michael or Mikkel Brun Farm. Seems like the touring packages are finally being shipped to US, Denmark. Can you see that you ship from, can see that you ship from Belgium, but I had to pay VAT. I'm located in Denmark, EU too. So they're actually shipping out of Spain. And yeah, I'm not the tax guy, but there is VAT that has to be collected on those. Wilco, wishing you the best of luck to get this all sorted, and ultimately, is just need. Oh, okay, all right. So you got one bike, not the other, and both touring kits. Okay. So was one of those? Now I'm a little bit confused. Was one of those VAT letters, Wilco, for a bike? You'd be able to obviously see that, because you're probably going to be in the, depending on which model you bought, anywhere in the 180 to 200 euro range, somewhere like that. Again, those are just kind of wag numbers. I don't know exactly, but should be somewhere around there. Okay. Carl. Okay, 913362. Okay, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at that. Thank you. Yeah, if it's not associated with the same order, like if you didn't order them together, then the pannier back packs would ship separate because we don't know that it's actually associated with a bike order. So you'll get those separately. Again, it's where it's multiple lines on the same order where we hold the other accessories until the bike ships. But if they're on separate orders, we don't have really a way of reconciling that and knowing. Ryan, much love from San Diego, Kevin. Hope you're enjoying your bike. So Ryan is our is the person you were talking to. Okay, a receipt 11198-3280 is my warranty. Okay, we'll record all that and we'll get back to you on that one. uh Tempe, Arizona. Okay, black BM2 23-inch. Yeah, so black and white are being built first. Again, I don't know where you are in the order, what day and where you're at, but um like I said, as we start to ship and as the rate builds, we'll be able to start projecting this out a little bit better. We did do that with the original baby maker of when we thought people were going to get their bikes. We're just not there yet because we haven't. We're still in our production ramp, and that can be a little tricky. Production ramps can be really steep if you're lucky, or they can be fairly flat. This is. I mean, it's a bicycle. It seems like there's not that much to it, but there is. If you saw the bill of materials for one of these bicycles, there's a lot of parts that go into it, and all of them have to be right. I mean, if almost all the parts are right, but one, the bike still has a problem. So, you have to hit them all 100%. Donald Dietz. Aloha, Troy. There's a company called Ship to Hawaii that is located in Gardena, California that can be shipped through them. Okay. I will look into that. That's very interesting. And you know what? I appreciate the info. Very, very handy. Emerald Citizen, please keep me in mind if the extra bikes are going out for sale. I'll take uppers, droppers. Wow, square wheels. Okay. Smokestacks, coal powered, whatever. I don't mind. Okay. I do appreciate the humor. That's very funny. No square wheels. Yeah, that isn't an option. We just found it was too tough on the riders and just too much like a South Park episode that included Canada. So we don't want to do that. Donald Dietz, I stopped into the store in February while I was in San Diego. I was told that since I didn't receive my bike that I ordered in, I could get a Baby Maker 2. Oh, sorry, I'm reading this without letting you guys see it. And a follow on, it would be sent out in a couple months. I ordered a 23 in gray. Is that time frame still viable? So if you're talking about a couple of months from February, that would be April, and the gray, the silver or sterling as we call it, is not, I don't think, going to be available in April yet. Again, I'll have to look at the build plan on that. So I think we are at that time in February, we we're probably anticipating we were starting production just a little bit sooner, and it didn't quite start when we anticipated. Trev, now, but you guys are pros after dealing with building and shipping from Spain. Couldn't that be an option, or did you look at the problem from Baymaker and decided not? No, it was honestly, it was more an issue of availability, and the we will be back to Europe. I have every confidence in that we will be back to Europe. Right now, I mean, we finished up the Baby Maker 1. We're currently doing the Baby Maker 2. So if we follow this logic, we can continue the numbering and assume that there's going to be, more Baby Makers in the future. I mean, this is, we're just like anybody else, the Honda Accord, they build new models, in different years and things like that. So are we going to continue to refine this product? Sure. I mean, this is really a flagship product for us. The Stealth e-bike is, the invention of FLX. We're very proud of it. And are we going to continue with that line of products? Absolutely. I sit on the team that actually does review of designs, and there's a lot of exciting stuff coming. So is this the end of the line for FLX in Europe and the baby maker in Europe? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. This iteration, you guys got passed over on this one. And it was not for any reasons other than just logistically, it just didn't make sense. But as things improve, and logistically, I mean, right now the world is still, it's a mess. I mean, getting bike parts is still very, very difficult. But stay tuned. There's still exciting stuff coming from FLX, and we will be building bikes in Europe again. I have every confidence in that. We have a good partner there. We went through some learning curves and some things like that, and there's no reason why we wouldn't. It's a great market. I'll tell you, it's just been a great market for us. I had, and I'll call out the folks in Switzerland. I had no idea that our bikes would be so popular in Switzerland, but we have sold a huge number of them in Switzerland and a lot of other countries too. So just an update, we have sold baby makers in 40 countries, and very proud of that. And we're going to continue on. Wow, almost at the top of the hour. You guys, either my answers are too long, or you guys have really kept me engaged here. Let's see. Did I lose my spot? Here. Let's see. Okay, John Weedman. Okay. Thanks for hosting these live chats and answering our questions. With all the delays on the e-bikes and part, it really helps to get some feedback. We're here. We're not hiding. I've told the story many times. My sweetie has ordered a couple of things off crowdfunding, and one of them, I think she got 2 communications in 2 years, and it showed up. It's a great product, but the communication was awful. We're out here, and again, we try and do full disclosure. We want you guys to know that's the best way. I mean, if more people did that, we could probably have better relationships. Gert says, okay, thanks. All right. Marco Garcia, I'm waiting longer for my Baby Maker 2 order because I ordered the tangerine color. Question is, when will you get that color, and what's the estimate on when it will be used? So again, the answer, let us get through our ramp. The orange is a little bit is going to be a little bit later in the build cycle. We're starting with the black and white. The silver and the orange will be coming. Let us get through our production ramp. That's all I ask. Be a little patient with this as we get through, so we can give you a good estimate. Trevnod. Good to know, Troy, because the EU must have been a large part of your Baby Maker 1 orders. So hoping you're not missing out on too many potential Baby Maker 2 orders. I have every confidence we could have sold a lot of Baby Maker 2s in Europe. It's a huge market. I mean, honestly, Europe is a lot more bike friendly than the United States. There's some municipalities in the U.S. that are absolutely fantastic that way. But others aren't. But in general, Europe has. Maybe we'll catch up pretty quickly. The gas prices are going to push that issue a little bit, and that's only going to get worse. So, no doubt that we could sell a lot of those, and we did sell a lot of baby makers in Europe. Probably, let's see. 20%, 25% of all the baby makers went to Europe. So it's a big number. And like I said, you don't just vacate a market like that. The reception has been good, and there's no reason for us not to be back. Desmond Kelly. Hi, Troy. Could you please check up on order 12768 for UK delivery, please? Yes. Alyssa will note that, and we will come back to you Probably Ryan or one of the people from Rider Support will get back to you with an update on that. Sheldon, hi Troy, still awaiting a 19-inch Sterling Baby Maker 2 for order 912. Any updates on the shipping? So not yet. You sound kind of the same answer I've been giving on that. Let us get into our production ramp, and then we'll start once we know that we've hit our production ramp and we know the rate, we know what the build cycle is going to look like. We'll be able to start projecting these out. It's a little too early. That's the best I can do right now. I don't want to guess because I'll look foolish, and I don't need any help doing that. So just bear with us on this. Once we get through our production ramp, we'll start looking at those. We'll review the build cycle with our manufacturing partner, and then we will be able to project these out and start giving, like we did with the Baby Maker 1. We think this will ship in, these will ship in May, these will ship in June, these will ship in, and be able to provide that type of feedback. So just be patient with us. We will put that information together. It's just too early in the cycle right now. So I appreciate your patience though. And we do recognize, obviously, there's been a lot of questions like that. It's a question we need to answer. So as soon as we have the inputs, we'll be able to provide the output and provide you guys an answer. Okay, we are at 3:00, and I wasn't sure if we would have content for 3, but man, you guys kept me on my toes. I anticipated that might happen with a lot more Baby Maker 2 questions. So, we'll be back do this again in a couple of weeks. We'll have a little bit better view. That is the week when we are anticipating to start shipping, and we should be able to give you folks a better idea. So I don't know if it'll be like exact, it won't be exact dates, but we'll start being able to project out when we think different colors and sizes of bikes will be shipping. So last one. Okay. Tell us about your friend. How was the ride? Okay. I'm not sure. Not sure what that means. So unless you're talking about this friend here, and the ride is absolutely fantastic. It's a fun bike. Because it is so lightweight compared to most e-bikes, and I own an F5 Trail. It's a heavier bike, but it's a bigger battery and all that jazz. But this is kind of fun. It's kind of like a sports car of e-bikes. All right, we're gonna jam through these, and we're gonna shut it down. Okay, Emerald Citizen, thanks again, Troy. You're doing a great job. You are too kind, sir. I appreciate all your support. Sheldon, thanks, Troy. Appreciate it. Yeah, bear with us. Okay. Like I said, production ramp. Let us get through that. And so we can give you good dates. And last time, Baby Maker 2. Oh, the baby. Yeah. So yes, that is my friend. Fantastic. I think the watch phrase with everybody with the Baby Maker has been worth the wait. And this one will be worth the wait also. Okay, guys, we've eaten away this hour. Hopefully, we've answered all your questions and communicated. And again, don't have answers for everything in terms of exact dates and all. But once we get through our production ramp, we should be able to give you guys better estimates. And we want you guys to be informed, but we don't want to set unrealistic expectations, and we don't want to disappoint people. So hang in there. Your bikes are being built. And you're going to love it. So be well, be healthy, take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.